back straight because you never do. Let's see here. Cup of coffee, check. Water, check. Let's see. I just had breakfast. Okay, looks like I think we're good to go. You good to go?
I don't know if we're good to go yet. Bum, ba-dum, bum. I'm just hitting refresh. I want to make sure that we're okay. Yeah, I think we're good to go, brother. Fucking hug it up. Hug it out. Wait. Hold on. Are we good to go? I'm not really sure. Let's find out.
You never know.
Yeah, it's new technology. I've made mistakes before.
Some.
Oh, we're good. It works. It works, my friend. Let me say hello to no one in the chat so we can get started. And Booms, are you ready for the worst transition of your fucking life because I don't have fucking enough computers? Are you ready, sir?
Ready to do.
All right. I'm going to pretend we're starting off. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum,
Ladies and gentlemen, KocoSports.com proudly presents Wrestle AM. It's half wrestling show, half morning show, pretty much all BS. And of course, you got the Coco crew here holding it down live. Yours truly, Sexiest Man on all Internet Wrestling Radio. Boom, boom, here's shaking the room. Live from the RVA, Richmond, Virginia. And of course, join me there way across the pond in the outskirts of Tokyo, Japan. The man who forgot how to use a razor, Dave Coco. What's up?
I had 2 weeks off. Now listen, dude. I've never grown a mustache before. Do you think I have enough to shave everything and keep the mustache? No. But I mean, I always have this garbage on the side. I'm saying if I shaved all this garbage off on the side and just have a mustache, do you think I could rock it? Monday I go back. So Golden Star says he's sorry he's late. It's okay. We just started. I'm talking about my mustache.
If you keep the mustache and shave everything else, all you need to do is grow a fucking mullet and get some natty light and hang outside of a NASCAR race and you'll have the whole picture complete. That's
all I ever wanted, Boom Boom. That's all I ever wanted.
You can take the boy out of Jersey, but you can't take the Jersey out of the boy.
Hey, this is from Golden Star. Hey, Boom Boom. Did you hear Dave and his friend are now on Grindr? Oh, I'm glad I read that. No, I'm not on Grindr. Sorry to let you down. I think Grindr's like, I was about to say Twitch for gay men, but no, what the fuck is it called?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like something you'd definitely be on. It's like, but I'm
not
just
Twitch.
Experimenting. I say it's not gay because I don't make eye contact.
It says, Boom Boom, you're a bit quiet, so you got to speak up, Boom Boom. You got to man up. There we go. All right, you ready to party? We go to rock and roll.
Yeah,
ready to start? Rumor has it this is a pro wrestling show. It's half morning show, all pro wrestling.
Allegedly.
75% high fives. That's Scott Steiner math right there. All right, let's rock it, buddy.
All right, well, the big news coming out this week was actually happened on Tuesday. WWE announced that NXT is moving to the USA Network for a weekly 2-hour live show that's going to start on September 18th. From what I understand, it's still going to be held at Full Sail University. It's going to be live rather than recorded. It's going to be able to broadcast on like I said, on a weekly basis, but it'll show up on demands the next night at 8 p.m. And the USA Network actually paid WWE $50 million to make this happen. So this is coming up. So Coco, what do you think about the move? Good, bad, indifferent?
There's a lot, and I want to thank Kevin Buchanan and others on Twitter that asked me for this. Well, first off, there's the old, they're running at the same thing. Like, if you were WWE, why wouldn't you do it? So let's one thing a lot of people asked me was like, hey, they're going head to head. That's not fair. It's completely fair. Like, and then like Triple H is like, it's just because we're here on. No, they're trying to fucking hurt AEW. And it's okay, they're in fucking competition. This is what we wanted. Second is $50 million. Nice. High five. Third, I want Raw and SmackDown to be like this. I think it would be easier for me to watch WWE product. Will I? I don't know. But it would be easier if it was the next day. Like Raw and SmackDown, I'm hoping this starts a trend. So next time Raw does it, with 24 hours. Because here's the thing, television, it's live. And then if it goes on the network, everyone's still making money off that show. Because if it's not on a network for 4 months, 4 weeks, 50 years, I don't fucking know when it goes on the network. Who's watched Raw on the fucking network? Give yourself a Barry Horowitz. You're fucking hardcore. But if you go on USA Live in 24 hours, oh, it's not on network. Okay, I'm gonna go fucking pirate it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not fucking making the USA shit more valuable. And yeah, you're gonna have a live audience. You're not gonna have a live audience. Another thing is that yeah, if I was Vince McMahon, I'd do the same thing. Now, we love NXT, and Vince McMahon loves killing stuff we love. He's going to kill NXT. First off, there's a lot of rumors that he's putting his hands on it. It's going live for 2 hours, so it's not going to feel special. Third is, Vince is he ruins everything. He ruined ECW One Night Stand, what was a beautiful thing. He ruined ECW, WCW. He ruins beautiful, beautiful things. That's what the man does. He's going to fucking ruin this. I guarantee. How many months is it until Roman Reigns, Becky Lynch's boyfriend, and John Cena show up on NXT? What's the over-under? I give it 32 minutes.
Yeah, I think the initial one may actually have an appearance by one of those people to kind of give it the rub, because that's pretty much where all these guys started out, with the exception of John Cena. He started out in OVW, but that's the exception, not the rule. With the current crop of a lot of the superstars, they did start out in, well, FCW and what is now NXT. So it wouldn't shock me if they had someone go back. Now, some of the concerns, at least that I've been reading, is one, this may, quote unquote, and I'm just quoting here, maybe quote unquote expose the talent, because when you have a 1 hour show that's in the can, you can edit stuff, you can gloss over things, you can kind of correct things so someone doesn't like a fucking clod in the ring.
You can even drop a whole fucking match, which they've done before in the past.
Exactly, you can't do that here. But so first, what would you say about that concern?
I think it won't be as big of a concern. I think there'll be times where it's embarrassing. I think that people know what I think it is, though. I think the NXT guys that are NXT guys who are sports entertainers and not wrestlers will see less matches. Like, they'll get the guys that, they'll get the guys who can wrestle and not fuck up as much to get out there first. But yeah, and I hate to change topic here, but the NXT guys better get paid more. They better get paid more. And the second thing is, I don't think it's exposed. I don't think, like, mess up matches, mess up spots are going to be exposed. I think the roster being too small is what's going to be exposed. A lot of people don't think the roster's that small.
Well,
but it's an hour.
And that actually leads me to another they're bringing people like Fandango and Tyler Breeze back to NXT. Okay, when you've got guys that you've pretty much presented as jokes on the main roster, they go down to NXT and they start, being presented as a big and having great matches. Does that make the rest of the NXT roster look bad, or does it prevent other NXT guys from getting spots on?
It depends. They have to make sure that it's booked well, and they can't be coming from WWE down to NXT and just fucking dominating. I mean, right now with Fandango and Prince Pretty, they could be great heels where they come down like, we came from WWE, you were fucking nothing, and then they lose. So that, I see that as a smooth transition. But if it's gonna be like Roman Reigns goes down there and fucking dominates, that's not a smooth transition. So that's what I'm really worried about. Booms, you okay?
Oh yeah.
All right, yeah.
Am I having some computer issues?
Yeah, and sometimes you sound robotic-y, but yeah. Okay. All right, let me go to some live comments. Yeah, you
close out some windows.
Yeah. All right, no problem. I'm gonna read some live comments while you fix your shit because you sound like a robot. So, hold on. Let me just get. The latest Raws are usually put on the newest 30 days after they are on TV. That's bullshit. That's a waste of fucking everyone's time. The main roster guys that Vincey puts on NXT will push everyone on NXT down, including the newer guys. That's our biggest fear and most likely what will happen. How long until Vincey blows through all the main roster versus NXT matches on free TV just to counter AEW. I honestly think NXT is the best WWE has to offer in ring. AEW has a lot of great athletes and great. I think one of them has to break. And I think it's going to be WWE. And what I mean by that is AEW has a lot of hype and they have vision. Vince doesn't have a vision. Vince just wants to put everyone out of fucking competition, but he doesn't actually have an artistic vision. So what's going to happen is NXT is going to put out, and my prediction is pain. NXT is going to bring out fucking everything. And they're barely going to beat AEW. And AEW is going to fucking ride that calm because they have a fucking plan. And they're going to climb that fucking ladder and surpass NXT. Vince is going to shit the bed and ruin NXT. If he doesn't ruin it right off the bat. I think the second Roman Reigns steps in that ring, NXT is dead. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I win in NXT. If you go back, let's rewind. Because a lot of you motherfucking... Sit down. Grandpa Coco has a story to tell you about FCW and NXT and the Shield. No one fucking wanted Roman Reigns. No one. Everyone wanted Chris Hero in his spot. Roman Reigns didn't do much in NXT. He was there for a fucking sandwich. Then he got the luckiest fucking break in the world, went with the Shield, and fucking no one ever wanted him. Everyone wanted Chris Hero, but Vince wanted him, and that's all that matters in life. So when he comes back to NXT and be like, guys, this is my fucking proving ground, I'd be like, bullshit. So I'm a little scared. I'm going to read this last comment, Booms, and we're going to check if you're working. Okay, buddy? All right.
Okay.
Speaking of in-ring, how long until Vince tells NXT guys to stop wrestling as well? I say it's as soon as AEW has a little bit of a legit competition. I think Vince's like, well, see. Vince either nips at the bud pro wrestling, or as soon as there's a fucking rock in the road, he's like, that's it. Call up Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch's boyfriend. We fucking got this shit. Yeah, so yeah, that's my opinion, but it's gonna be interesting. All right, Booms, add a little bit to this while we test to see if your shit's working.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit to this. I guess this is kind of a question for you and for the internet infantry. Is do you feel like WWE's kind of setting this up to kind of humiliate All Elite Wrestling? I say that because you're pitting AEW, which is the hot new thing coming out for wrestling, taking on NXT, which is WWE's developmental. So it's kind of like if they win, well, okay, yeah, you beat our trainees in ratings on TNT. Congratulations. Okay, yeah, you beat the AAA team. Okay, you're the Atlanta Braves. You just beat the AAA, everybody at the AA Richmond Flying Squirrels. Woo, congratulations. But if you lose to them in the rating war, it's like, what makes you guys think you can compete with us? You can't even beat our developmental league on Wednesday night.
That's how they're going to sell it. That's not what the fucking reality is. The real reason why they're picking NXT is because AEW is cool and AEW pro wrestling fans like. And NXT is the only thing that is close to being cool and close to what pro wrestling was. So they're going to spin it. They got the best of both worlds. They're like, here's our best product, but we'll pretend it's not the best product. So I think what you're saying is how they're going to spin it, but that's not the fucking reality. Because if they send Raw and SmackDown down there and lose, they lose too much. So it's kind of like you have, I don't know, it's kind of like you don't send Tony Soprano, you don't send the fucking you don't send Rocksteady and Bebop, you send the Foot Soldiers. And even though the Foot Soldiers are probably the best for their fucking job, they're not getting to that smooshy brain Krang. You know what I mean? So like they're sending out their best, but pretending it's not their best. So, yeah. I mean, everyone, think about your group of friends. There's always that one guy that's legit the best fighter. He might not be the biggest. He might not be the strongest, but he's the best fighter. And you send his ass out first. You're like, there you go. There's little fucking Joey. Joey, make it fucking happen, buddy. You know what I mean? So, because the reality is, Vince and the WWE roster can't fucking fight. They can't fucking hang. And the thing is, they know they can't hang. So what they're doing is, yeah. So there you go.
You think it was a good move to go ahead and put them in September? So that way you can go ahead and start creating habits for viewers.
Oh, without a doubt. Everything Vince and USA and WWE did, business strategy, is good. Like, I know a lot of people are crying and all that shit, but when, I love AEW, I love New Japan, but at the same time, it's exactly what they fucking do. It's exactly, like, what? Like, Vince. Boom Boom. Put on Vince's hat for a second.
Okay.
What? Now, you're not Boom Boom, you're Vince. So you can't be
Okay.
like, oh, I'd change, make everything great. Why wouldn't you do what he's doing? Like, if you were wearing his shoes, why? I would go a third hour. I'd go 2 hours before. So you know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's my theory on it.
Yeah. If it was me, and if I'm Vince McMahon and I'm running off to AEW, what I want to do is I want to run places that are bigger. Which I know I can't because I can run Full Sail because it's cheaper, more cost effective. But
And
I
it
would
looks
want to start
filled.
it
You don't want NXT in an empty
exactly.
arena.
Exactly. It looks filled. So what I would want to do is start just before All Elite Wrestling comes on. I know during the Monday Night Wars, everything used to come on 8 o'clock. I think it was 8 o'clock Eastern, but Raw came on at 7:57 p.m. 3 minutes before Nitro, and the idea was you go ahead and tune in there, and you kind of get caught up in what they're doing in the opening of Raw, and that way you're more likely to stick with what Raw is doing as opposed to going over to Nitro. Um, so if I'm Vince and that's what I want to do to counter AEW, I try to even just a few seconds if possible before All Elite Wrestling, kind of get people kind of like in the opening, segments of the show, or a match, a monologue, just something to kind of get people hooked to where they'll just stay on there for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then during, because you're going to lose people during commercial flips. In Coco, we're old. And what I'm actually looking most forward to with this is I actually get to watch this current generation experience their own version of the Monday Night War.
Yeah, but not so fast. I think it's gonna be a little bit different because of DVR. I think it's a little bit different because of networks, illegal downloads. Like Monday Night War, we had to like legit pick who we're gonna watch, have two VCRs. Here, in my opinion, besides commercial breaks, I honestly think people are gonna be watching them both. Not at the same time. They're gonna choose one. Like, I think AEW, more people watch AEW live and then watch NXT later, or
Yeah,
vice
but
versa.
Coco, I agree with you. I agree with you. But here's the thing: which one are you going to watch first?
Me personally, AEW, because it's
Okay, so you're going to watch AEW, but what do you say to what do you say to someone who watches NXT first and they're in that camp? And I'm not saying you, but like there's the AEW. We're going to watch AEW live, then we're going to go back. We're going to go get our DVR, and we're going to go back and rewatch or watch NXT as soon as AEW's over. And then they're going to have people who are going to do the opposite. They're going to watch NXT live, and then they're going to turn around, pull up DVR on demand, and then they're going to turn around and watch AEW. So so somebody has to watch somebody first. Where does
yeah,
your loyalties lie?
yeah, I understand. I'm definitely watching AEW first. There's no
I'm
doubt
going to
about it.
flip back and forth, to be honest, and may the best promotion win.
Boom just wants to relive the Monday Night Wars. He's gonna have a Raw
Damn right,
Nitro.
I do.
He's gonna have a Raw Nitro hat on, and he's like, "Boys, entertain me." He's got like a tub of popcorn. Entertain me, boys. Who's getting Boom Boom's eyes?
Exactly. God, I'm gonna love it because when there's competition, the fans always win.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm super excited about that. I'm gonna go to the Golden Star thing, and then we'll get it.
Oh yeah, yeah. But big shout out to him, by the way.
Yeah. Dave, were you little Joey? In some circles, yes. I've been punched in the face a lot, as I fucking noticed my lip is split. But yeah, WBA may see it as just the trainees, but a lot of AEW fans, myself included, don't see it that way. NXT is the best wrestling WWE has to offer, and a lot of AEW fans know it. I agree. I wonder what the DVR numbers for NXT and AEW will be. It will be interesting. I could say for sure I'll be watching AEW live and watch NXT when they put it on the network. I think I'm with Golden Star on that one.
Coco, I do have one question here. how many numbers, what kind of rating does AEW or NXT have to pull to have it not considered to be a failure?
Well, the thing is, I think thanks to the internet, everyone's an extremist. I think I don't know because like a big thing is how long is it going to run? The XFL, we're going to talk about the XFL later. The XFL, I think if they just had the balls to keep going the first time, would still be around today. You got two billionaires or two billionaire families backing these companies. So to me, it just depends on the long run. I honestly think if it's over a 1.0, it's considered a success. But the thing is, if, in my opinion, it doesn't matter what the ratings are, it matters where the ratings go. So let's say they're an 0.1. People are going to shit their pants. But then if in a year they're a 1.0. You know what I mean? So I think it's the long run. I really do. I think both these billionaire families are not going to XFL it up. The only thing they'll do is McMahon it up where they'll send the stars on and then NXT that we know and love will die. So Boom Boom will have two TVs side by side with two cable boxes.
Old school.
Yeah. I can say for sure. All right. Speaking of numbers, do you two have predictions for ratings? Well, what is SmackDown getting now? And Raw, they're getting like twos.
I think they're getting like twos. There's a brand new product. You know what? I think if they pull over, I think they'd have to pull. I know it's going to have to be over 1 million. I know it's going to have to be over 1 million. I would probably say 1.2, 1.3 million. That's that would actually make me comfortable if I was actually doing it. I mean, it's brand new show, new time slot, new everything. Got to get everything established. That's kind of what I'd be happy with.
My predictions, pain. But no, what? Hey, that joke will never get old in our eyes.
No, it will never.
1.0 for NXT, 0.8 for AEW. And I think both numbers grow. And then the second AEW surpasses it, if Vince doesn't fuck it up on the first day, Vince will fuck it up. That's my predictions. I could be wrong, but I think right now with NXT, WWE, AEW, the whole thing, it's whoever's in the long game and who doesn't swerve first.
So basically they're playing a game of chicken and they're just waiting or basically they're staring each other down and they're waiting for the other guy to blink.
Yeah. The first show for both NXT and AEW on TV will be very important. It will set the trend for show 2, 3, 4, and so on. Yeah, I agree. As long as they keep improving, you know. First they start with 100. First they start with 1 follower, and then they bust their ass to get to 112 followers. Oh, have I mentioned follow the KocoSports Twitch? Small brains watch us on YouTube in the archive section. Big brains watch us live on Twitch. That's just fucking science, folks. All right, Booms. All right, so yeah, I'm going to find it to be interesting. But I think NXT, it will survive. I just don't think it will be what we enjoy. And Booms, how long? We're old. How much has Vince ruined in our lives? This is just going to be one more thing that he ruins.
It depends if he's if him and like Kevin Dunn start showing up backstage at Full Sail University, it's going to go down a crapper really quick. If he keeps his hands off and just lets Triple H run it, this is going to get fun. This is going to get real fun for the fans because NXT will be busting their ass to show that they're just as good as the main roster and they can compete with anybody anywhere in the wrestling world. And AEW is going to try to show that they're an independent company, that they don't need this corporate, they're not this corporate machine. They're passionate. It's a wrestling company made by wrestlers for wrestling fans, and they're going to give you everything they got. I mean, buckle up, kids. This is going to be a hell of a ride.
Boom, boom. Best case scenario. We bounce back and forth. The viewers bounce back and forth. The ratings spike. Can you imagine AEW, NXT, head to head, first fucking week, both past Raw and SmackDown? That would be such a fucking win for pro wrestling. It would be the biggest
Oh
win
my
ever for pro
God.
wrestling. It would
I
be
would
so
love it.
great. Well, we have a mission, boys. Save pro wrestling.
If they could pull over a 3, if they could pull over a fucking 3 and beat Raw just ratings wise, oh my God.
Well, but what if both of them beat? Like, what would they? Raw and SmackDown would be just so embarrassed. It just sports entertainment will die. A boy can dream. It's not gonna happen, but a boy can dream.
Oh no, it probably won't.
All I
but,
know is,
hey,
Booms, I don't drink. I don't drink. If the ratings on NXT and AEW beat Raw and SmackDown, we are getting piss drunk on a fucking podcast celebrating the art of pro wrestling. Deal?
Normally I'd be like, nah, but if my wife ain't, I've got a fucking liquor cabinet.
I'm doing it.
Fucking, I'm in. I'm in.
Hashtag fucking kill sports entertainment. There you go.
Yeah, it's gonna look really great me drinking at like 7 in the fucking morning.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I'm just going to bed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna look really good. But fucking, if it happens, I'll fucking do it.
All right. Hashtag fucking drunk show. Hashtag celebration.
Drinking at 7 in the fucking morning like a goddamn alcoholic.
Me and you would just be like, pro wrestling rules. We were right. You were wrong. That was pretty. But that rant is gonna go on for 4 hours while we drink.
Yes, it will.
How long until NXT takeovers run on the same night as AEW pay-per-views? Instantly.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
The idea of NXT and AEW beating Raw and SmackDown in ratings makes me smile and happy in the pants. Yeah, we're getting fucking piss drunk and rooting.
NXT will wait for AEW to announce their next pay-per-view, and like the next week they're gonna go, okay, we're gonna have NXT takeover on the same date.
I'm not saying next week. I say he just fucking follows Twitter and fucking he tweets it out like 10 seconds later.
It's like, we're going to have a pay-per-view on November 30th. Hey, what a coincidence. So do we.
Well, the funny thing is, like, I wonder if they time it right. Could AEW fucking fake a pay-per-view and then move it? Be like, oh, we're going to be on February 1st. Just kidding, February 2nd. Like, and then they're like, fuck. Well, because Vince has too much pride to admit he's copying, so he'd be like, okay, we're going to have a takeover, a 2-day takeover. He has too much pride to admit that he fucked up. Yeah, so, yeah, that's the fucking, oh, God. Boobs, if AEW and NXT can beat Sports Entertainment, Raw, and SmackDown, I'm getting pissed drunk. And it's going to be the worst podcast ever, but we deserve it. We deserve it. All right, Booms. Next story. Hot tag to the next story, unless you got something else to add.
Yeah, next story here. We got to talk to our buddy. We got to talk to the Louisville Slugger himself, Jim Cornette. He's been called out this week over some rather, shall we say, controversial tweets.
Now, for the record, I don't know what he said, and I don't want to jump on him and white knight him, but seriously, Jim Cornette hates everything. Jim Cornette would hate Jim Cornette. I just want to make that clear, because I don't know what he's about to say. Booms, what did he say?
Old man yells at cloud. I mean,
that's the name of our podcast. We're going to get rid of Wrestle AM, and that's Old Men Yell at Clouds. Go on.
All right. So this happened Monday afternoon, and here's the problem that I have.
Okay.
Jim Cornette has fans, or he calls it the cult Cornette, and or either that or there are people. This is what they do. They get on independent wrestlers' Twitter accounts. They start combing and looking for stuff. Then they screenshot it. Then they intentionally send it to Cornette, basically kind of teeing it off to him because they're just trying to get him to go off. So Jordynne Grace, I don't know if some of you may or may not know who that is. She works with Impact Wrestling. She's, in my opinion, a talented female wrestler. She made an appearance at All In, AEW's first ever event in the over budget battle royal, but has since, like I said, been working with Impact. She had made a tweet, and I'm going to get to the point here in just a second. She had made a tweet. Now, this tweet dates back all the way back to last spring. So this tweet is just over a year old.
Hold on. Who the fuck does this? Seriously, if you have a friend that goes back that far down someone's Twitter's timeline, I don't give a fuck what they said a year ago. You should fucking just punch yourself in the fucking face. Tweet that out. What The fuck is wrong with who? Booms, I've never gone. Like, I feel like a pervert when I go on my friend's Facebook timeline and be like, what did he say this week? I feel disgusting. Like, I'm going a week back. Like, what the fuck is wrong with me? You motherfuckers going year back on Twitter? Fuck, man. What the fuck is wrong with you? You should be ashamed of yourself.
So anyway, Jordynne Grace, now I think the Twitter account is under her real name, Trisha Parker, but it's the @Jordynne Grace. Now, she put out a tweet back on March 17th, 2018. She wrote, and I quote, "I am 100% for calling wrestling a performance art rather than a sport. The inconsistence upon calling it a sport is really holding wrestling back, in my opinion. Discuss with me." So this guy, I can't really pronounce the name here, Isys Ephex, and the is @Real Epics, EPHEX. And then so he basically added at both Jim Cornette and Jordynne Grace, "Someone should shit in this dumb fuck's gear. I mean, performance art bag." Okay, so Jim Cornette, now hang on.
Well, hold on. Can I just stop you right there?
Yeah,
you motherfuckers are legit offended by any of this in the conversation? What the fuck is wrong with you? Seriously, this is just a fucking conversation. It's a stupid conversation. It's just a conversation. Go on, Booms. I just want to make sure the world knows they're fucking retarded. Go on.
So somebody by the name of Daryl D, it's DL @DLRock1, responded to the Real FX tweet. He said, "Terry Funk has said, I can't make them believe pro wrestling is real, but I can make them believe that I'm real. I believe in Terry Funk. I don't believe in what's her face." And then this is where Jim Cornette jumped in, and he replied, and I quote, now that's Butterface to you," basically calling Jordynne Grace Butterface. And they just
not an attractive girl.
It just trips off this big line. And Jordynne Grace is like, "How do you still have a job at this point? Good luck with your women's division at Major League Wrestling." And then Jim Cornette fires back. And I hate kind of doing this because this is just kind of petty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
A lot easier than you have a job because I take my business seriously and don't present myself as an actor or performance artist, unlike you and your cosplay friends. Not sexist, just fact. And Sherry Martel could have kicked the shit out of you without even trying. So fuck off.
Yeah. Sherry Martel was pretty tough back in the day. That's what I got out of that whole conversation. This is garbage.
Yeah,
Go on.
It just keeps going because David Starr got involved with it. He just basically told Cornette, "Fuck you." Then there was some trade stuff back there, and he was like,
"Are they like legit mad at each other?"
Oh yeah, this looks like it's fucking legit because, I don't want to say that because if I go on legit, they worked you, brother. So I'm just saying it appears to be. Because David Starr then got involved, and then Jim Cornette and David Starr got kind of went back and forth, and David Starr, and I'm kind of going down because I don't want to go over every single tweet because it's really petty in my opinion. He goes, "I'm shocked that Jim's next tweet didn't contain the N word," to which Jim Cornette replied, "I'm saving some words for when we meet in person, twat face." And then it just kept going back and forth.
I actually don't like conversing on Twitter for that reason. Like when is it the end? Is it when someone bitches out and blocks you? And where does it actually fucking go? # fuck Twitter. Get that shit going. I don't know. To me, I don't understand what the fucking problem is. Maybe I'm fucking laid back. Maybe I don't fucking care. Maybe I forgive people. This whole fucking thing is fucking stupid. All of it. Everything. And, I don't know, but who the fuck goes back a year in someone's tweets? It's fucking insane. Yeah. It's insane. You're looking for fucking controversy. You're looking for something to do.
That's what I can't fucking stand. Okay, if she would have said, and what does this all start over? Somebody wanted to stir up fucking shit because somebody just had an opinion. Is it a good opinion? Is it a bad opinion? It's just an opinion. And, she even said, "Hey, discuss it with me. Do you agree? Do you disagree?" And this is how conversations start. This is how you have debates. And I'm sorry that we have to do this in fucking 2019, but You can disagree with somebody and not be a goddamn douchebag.
I
She
love.
just said, I think we should call wrestling a performance art rather than a sport. Okay, that's her opinion. Is it a good opinion? Is it a bad opinion? Doesn't really matter. She
Well,
just said,
the
that's
part
my
is,
opinion.
did she
You can
really say
agree, you can
discuss it with
disagree.
me? Hold on, I want to rewind. She said discuss it with me, and then like Jim Cornette discusses it, and she's like, "I hope you lose your job,"
No,
basically.
no, 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 no. This was over a year old.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
This was over a year old, and this was put up there. And instead of saying, instead of Jim just going, either A, he should have fucking ignored it. Okay, but let's just say, okay, she said discuss it with me. That's her opinion. That professional wrestling should be called a performance art rather than a sport. That's her opinion. I don't think that's remotely controversial.
Yeah.
So somebody, goes back in her timeline like a fucking year and a half ago, tweets that and retweets that out. And then this fucking professional, instead of going, okay, well, I think that I disagree with that opinion, and here's why, because X, Y, Z, whatever his case could have been. But instead, he goes to the lowest common fucking denominator and calls her Butterface. We're going to attack her too. Okay, fine. Then playground insult, and then when confronted by Jordynne Grace, then he goes through the whole, well, I have a job a lot easier than you have a job. Take it seriously, and then it's like, and then out of nowhere, Sharon Martel could have kicked the shit out of you. Like, what the fuck does that have to do?
I
with
don't know. That's
anything?
pretty funny. I don't know. That's the part of the tweet I like. That's the only part I agree with. Sharon Martel could definitely kick the shit out of a lot of these women. That's all I got out of it. That's the only good part. You're like, that's a bad part. I'm like, nah. I don't know. I mean, is he really in fucking hot water? I mean, here's the thing. Can you imagine he's gonna lose his job over MLW for this?
Well, here's the thing. From what? No. Here's a little bit more of this. I
Okay.
wrote a report. Now, granted, this is from like Wrestling Observer online, Wrestling Observer, that he hasn't been working with Major League Wrestling. Like he may have not been working with them as far as July 6th. That may have been when he wrapped up, but he's no longer a part of. Now, that's according to a Wrestling Observer report that he's no longer with Major League Wrestling. Now, this incident would not have been so bad, but he's already been in a little bit of hot water earlier this year because he made comments about Sonny Kiss.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just crazy.
Well, I'm not necessarily mad
because he's an old guy who hates everything.
I'm not necessarily mad at Cornette. I'm mad at his fucking fan base for just intentionally stirring shit up. And the way that Cornette is old enough to be our fucking dad. And he's acting so goddamn petty and just so fucking childish. I mean, when he replies to David Starr, go play in traffic. It's the only way you'll ever be in the middle of a crowd. And I'm just like, really? Do you have like a fucking list of like fucking old elementary school playground insults that you just fucking go down this goddamn list and start tweeting at people if they ever fucking rub you the wrong way?
Like copy and paste insults.
Yeah, I swear that's what he does. I'm surprised he didn't whip out, your mom is so fat she wears a hula hoop as a belt.
Jim's listening to this show. He's like, that's good. I don't know, dude. Who gives a shit? Really? I don't know. I think I'm just over it. Like, yeah, just become self-employed, everyone. that's the future. On the other
hand, but there isn't like an extreme reaction to it. Some people have called, somebody wrote basically an article saying, well, we need to blackball Jim Cornette from wrestling, his misogyny, his homophobia. I'm like, look, we don't need to go that far. I mean, the guy's if you want to call the guy a fucking douchebag, that's fine. But just don't go, oh, no, he's triggered me, homophobia, misogyny, all this other, like, no, we don't have to go through this whole cancel culture. Guy can be a fucking douchebag.
Like Jim Cornette's a douchebag. He's an old man. He fucking doesn't touch. But I don't understand. Like, I couldn't picture getting this angry over anything this much. Like the whole time this story's going on, I'm like, oh man, well, what are you gonna do to rile up Twitter? And I'm like, I'm just waiting. He said some old fucking man insults. That's it. And you fucking don't want this old man. I don't know. To me, I don't get it. I don't like.
You know, and here's
Like
here's
let's
what
try.
kills
Can we
me.
try to interview the guy who
I,
like did the original tweet?
if you think you can
I would
set it up,
love to.
that's fine.
I want to try to. I'm sorry, Booms, you're cutting out, so I don't mean to cut you off. But yeah, let's find the guy who went a year back and ask him how he went about this. That's the person I'm most interested in this story. Jim Cornette being an old asshole? No, like that's not breaking news. You know, Twitter trying to
But
get someone fired? Not breaking news. Yeah, go ahead, Booms. Sorry.
but Yana, I mean fashion, but I do say, sir, I do say, I really do find Cornette to be fucking hypocritical. You know, he wants to go after, you know, attack Jordynne Grace. You know, that her opinion is, you know, we should consider professional wrestling performance art. Okay, fine. You know, and it's like, oh, funny, don't make money and all this. You're exposing the business. Let's look back at Jim Cornette's fucking career. Now, I got to give a shout out to Wrestling and Ranting because Wrestling and Ranting brought this point up on his podcast, which, by the way, if you're not subscribed to him over on YouTube, please go do so. He's really, really fucking awesome. He brought up the fact that he actually wrestled Miss Atlanta Lively, which was Ronnie Garvin, you know, former NWA Worldwide Champion, you know, Hands of Stone. It was him in drag, and he fucking did that. You know, so and remember, he also had his face shoved into a birthday, or not a birthday, but a cake by the Rock and Roll Express. You know, there was him and the Midnight Express were celebrating some kind of victory, and the Rock and Roll, he was got the cake, and Rock and Roll Express comes in, and boom, they shove his, you know, boom, face first in the cake. He comes up, he's got ice and shit all over his face. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you know, he worked for a company, you know, he had to do what he was told. He was young, you know. Well, when he ran his own fucking company, Smoky Mountain Wrestling, which, by the way, went out of business. You know, remember, he's a fucking genius. He knows everything he's doing. You know, but his own company went out of fucking business. On his own promotion, he wrestled Cowabunga, the Toxic Turtle, which was a Ninja Turtle Rock ripoff, in his own goddamn promotion that he fucking booked. He was in fucking charge of. The last Smoky Mountain show, he got pinned by a referee. So for him to go, well, you know, you got a shitty fucking opinion. You and your little cosplay friends are ruining this business. You know, you're not taking things seriously. I'm like, you know, those people who live in glass houses, something about throwing rocks, they shouldn't do that. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Well, and I've said this a billion times. Jim Cornette would hate Jim Cornette. Like, Jim Cornette just became a guy that yells and screams about how fucking shit sucks, but he would. Like, think about it. Think about old man Jim Cornette. Like, if we can get a piece of Black Mirror device, put it on his head, and him not realize he's the one in the ring.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Let's take some of the shit that he did. Let's CG the fuck out of it. You know, use CGI, change out like his face. You know, like how they did it like over Star Wars Rogue One. They CGI'd Peter Cushing into the movie.
Yeah. He would hate
something
it.
like that. We would take some shit that Jim Cornette CGI the fuck out of it, to where it doesn't look like him or sound like him, and then show it to him and be like, well, "What do you think about this guy wearing a polyester suit, carrying around a tennis racket?
He would hate
wrestling a Ninja Turtle, getting his face shoved into a cake." It's like, oh, he's exposing the fucking business.
And his scaffold, you know, he could you imagine doing a scaffold match now? He'd be like, "What the fuck? Well, I would never do that." Like, no, you did do it. All right, let me read some live comments, and then we're going to talk about the greatest thing ever. Okay, Booms, are you ready to talk about the greatest thing ever? All right, let me see. How long until NXT takes... we're reading. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We'll start here. The idea of NXT and AEW beating Raw and SmackDown's ratings makes me smile and happy in the pants. I don't even drink, but I'll get drunk with you guys and watch you guys live. Yeah, awesome. Golden Star, these are all comments from Golden Star. Because we need the YouTube internet infantry to get over to Twitch and follow us. I don't know where the fucking camera is. But anyway, I honestly wonder if Jim Cornette even has a Twitter, even works in any way in wrestling, since he hates everything in the 21st century so much. He hates everything in every century. There's nothing he likes.
He's very active on Twitter.
There's nothing he likes. Just for the record, I'd hire Jordynne Grace over Jim Cornette if I was running a company. I wouldn't hire Jim Cornette, and I love Jim Cornette. I just wouldn't hire him. That's why he probably does a good job.
I respect the guy, for his knowledge. The guy knows wrestling. He's a good wrestling historian. If you go up the what he calls Castle Cornette, he's got a whole room that's just dedicated to nothing but wrestling. He's got old programs. He's got, autographs. He's just got any type of memorabilia, any kind of historical artifact. He's got it. He's got it up there, and he knows his shit. He knows, everything. And I respect him from that point of view. But right now, this is always going to be like a battle. I didn't know this till Brian Zane actually brought this up. I actually looked it up to, fact check it. And believe it or not, there was, I think it was it Frank Gotch, or I think it might have been Gotch. But he did this interview. This was in the 80s, saying that, he was upset that this young whippersnapper named Harley Race was exposing the business. Why? Because he did a flying headbutt.
Yep.
So you're always going to have somebody from the old generation complain that somebody from the new generation is destroying the business. They're killing the business. They're exposing everything. So, when you go back to the 80s and it's like, oh, look at that Harley Race guy. He's doing a flying headbutt. Fuck that guy. What is he, a fucking kamikaze pilot? Won't he be like a clown like they have down in Mexico?
Yeah, as far as Jim Cornette and hiring him, I'd be like, do you have any members of the Midnight Express with you? No? Good day. A table at our event costs this. You know what I mean? And I'm just being 100% honest. Maybe I'm a fucking dickface. Maybe I'm the Jim Cornette of Jim Cornettes. Would you say Jim Cornette is the true blue ultimate wrestling mark? No. I honestly think he's a guy that wants to be in the spotlight and realizes hating everything helps him. Because, booms, I've said this before. You want to fucking be a lot more famous than us? This is how you do it. Be better looking. Second.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Second, hate everything or love everything. Never be in between like us. We have conversations and well, this, and this. I like this. I don't like this. That is horrible in this day and age. You have to either hate everything or love everything. And he's chose, the only way I can stay in the spotlight is I have to hate everything. Me and Booms.
Well, that's what it's known for. I honestly think it's part of his shtick now. It's just,
yeah.
It's like he sees something and he's like, okay, how hard do I have to rant? How far do I have to go? How bad on this do I have to go off to, to kind of keep myself relevant, to please my fan base, and to kind of keep, my name, my name out there.
Yeah, exactly. So
because people talk about it, and obviously we're doing it right now.
Yeah, it keeps your name out there, but then after a while, you're just stuck doing that. Jim Cornette wrestled a Ninja Turtle in Smoky Mountain Wrestling. His argument is invalid. I'd love to see Frank Gotch watch a Ricochet versus Will Ospreay match. He'd die. Dave with John Cena. I hate everything. Dave with Okada. I love everything. Yeah. If I just chose one side. There are, and I've said this a lot, and I love New Japan. Listening to their official podcast is a waste of fucking time. Everything is awesome. You're fucking caught up. Thank you. You want to listen, and I don't want to throw other people under the bus, but there are some positive fucking PDs. I don't understand listening to a podcast be like, boom, boom. Okay, I love the MCU. Boom, boom. You should never come to a review of mine for the MCU. Boom. Ask me about any movie in the MCU. Go ahead. Any movie.
David Coco, what did you think about Thor Ragnarok?
It was fucking amazing. It was the most awesome movie ever. You gotta go see it. All right, done that review. Booms, bring me another MCU.
Coco, what did you think about Captain America: Civil War?
Everything was awesome. It was amazing. You must go see it. Hence why I don't do MCU reviews. But I don't understand the human mentality of broadcasting, of being super positive, super negative, because what the fuck is the point of having a voice where everyone can hear it if it's not your fucking voice? Dave, what did you think of Thor 2 and Venom? Everything's amazing. I feel bad I watched Venom because what happened? Oh, Spider-Man. I wanted to start a revolution, but I didn't print up enough pamphlets, so nobody showed up except my mom and her boyfriend, who I hate. God damn it, that's such a great movie. I'm sorry. But yeah, but like, I don't understand. That's why, like, I'd love to do an MCU fucking thing. I'd love to do a fucking Marvel podcast. It would literally be fucking 10 minutes long saying everything's awesome, go see it. Like, what the fuck's the point? You know? Like, I don't understand. But that's just me. Booms, let's talk about something that everything is awesome. Hot tag to you,
All
brother.
right, everything is awesome. Now, this just came out yesterday, as a matter of fact. The XFL has revealed the team names and logos for all 8 teams. So we're going to have, in no particular order, by the way, the Dallas Renegades, the Houston Roughnecks, the Los Angeles Wildcats, the New York Guardians, the St. Louis Battlehawks, the Seattle Dragons, the Tampa Bay Vipers, and the Washington Defenders. And that's going to start, the season will start in February of 2020.
All right. First off, I love the XFL more than almost as much as I love the MCU. Second off, I like the old teams way better. I think like the New York, New Jersey Hitmen, the Vegas Outlaws, the Orlando Rage. The old teams are better. With that said, these look, and someone, this is not my idea. Hashtag stole it from Twitter. Hashtag don't know who the person originally tweeted. It looks like expansion teams in EA Sports Madden. Like, it just EA Sports is like, hey, do you want to move your team to LA? You can be the Wildcats. Overall, Tampa Vipers. All right. I liked Seattle Dragons a lot. That one's pretty badass. It looks like Trogdor from Strong Bad. Is that was his name?
Yes. You're showing your age on that one.
And first off, can I just say something about the DC Defenders? This is an actual thing on Twitter. And if you're having this debate, you're a fucking idiot. They're wondering if the DC Defenders look too much like Donald Trump's or SS logos. I'm like, you're just looking to be fucking offended if that's it. You're just like, okay. You got Trump on the brain, brother.
If you haven't seen it, I don't know if Coco can pull it up, but the DC Defenders logo, it's just literally just a red shield with 2 lightning bolts in the middle crossing in like an X. There's 3 stars, and it says DC at the bottom, and then just the word Defenders at the very bottom in red font.
And for some reason, that's offending Twitter.
Yeah, y'all are just looking. I mean, y'all are looking to be offended. In fact, if you're going to be offended by anything, I would say be offended by the Los Angeles Wildcats logo. That just looks generic.
I don't know that, but they use Tampa Bay's colors. All right.
I know.
And yeah, I don't know. A, I'm gonna root for Tampa. B, the Vipers. Like, come on, bro. The Tampa Bay Mutiny. How the fuck is it not the Tampa Bay Mutiny? Shame on you. Second off, I have to do the Vipers. Now, Booms, I don't know if there's... You ever see a headline and you don't bother clicking on it because you're on a train, but you're like, I hope... I don't know what the source is. Hashtag don't know the source. It is so fucking ridiculous that I just hope it's true. There's a rumor that the Tampa Bay Vipers, Randy Orton has been missing because he's actually going to play on the team. Listen, I hated Randy Orton my whole fucking life. I've never liked Randy Orton. I will always fucking hate Randy Orton. I swear to Christ, if Randy Orton suits up for the Tampa Bay Vipers, I'll admit that I fucking love Randy Orton. I will go back and watch all 567 matches with him and John Cena and Dave Bautista and say, you know what? Not bad for a football player. Because then, because think about it, dude. He's not a pro wrestler anymore. If he actually plays in the XFL, then we have to lower the expectations because he's a pro athlete. You know? Move over, LT. Move over, Dennis Rodman. Oh, my God. Granted, hashtag don't know the source. Hashtag could be full of shit. I didn't click on the link. But that'd be awesome. But yeah, do you have a favorite team, Booms? Because you like live in a fucking city with no goddamn NFL team or XFL team or fucking football.
This is actually
you gonna join the Vipers with me? Woo! Woo! Tampa Bay.
For those of you who may not know, I'm South. I'm originally from Alabama, and trust me, we love us some fucking football down there. We love football, particularly college football. That's why I'm still a college football fan to this day. I'm like okay with the NFL. I don't really have a favorite team, but god damn it, I love fucking college football. Which, by the way, kicks off this weekend. There's going to be a good game, Florida versus Miami.
Go Gators.
The closest one to me is going to be the DC Defenders. Very disappointed that they didn't back, anybody from Memphis or Birmingham.
They should have definitely got Birmingham. That was the only team back in the first XFL that did good attendance wise and making money wise. It was stupid, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, we love us some footballs, but I understand why, and I understand why. I mean, you wanted to have. I mean, you've got. In fact, I think all 8 of these are in the top 10 or top 10 TV markets.
Yeah. The Roughnecks is a cool name, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying Dragons. Booms.
All right, but
you got to pick a favorite team. But before you do, I'm going to cut you off because I'm a fucking asshole. Santino. Is he the Tampa Bay mascot?
No. Just the sock puppet is.
Nice. Oh my God. Could you imagine Raymond James with the fucking pirate ship? Vipers on a pirate ship. Get your shit together, XFL.
So here's what's going to happen. Right now, the XFL is in the process of finalizing and publishing their rule book. They're going to. One thing I do know that they're going to have is they're going to try to short the play clock so they can speed up the gameplay. I know in college and NFL, you've got about roughly 40 seconds to execute. They may reduce that down to 30, maybe even 25, but I'm thinking more so 30. They're going to have a different setup for overtime, and what they're talking about doing is what they imagining extra points. Like right now in the game of football, and this is mainly for people who don't in the United States. After you score a touchdown, you get to set up for an extra point where you kick a field goal from roughly what was it, Coco, the 20, 25-yard line? Roughly.
Sorry, I had to be professional and get my Fujitsu Frontiers hat on. Opening day this week, we lost our running back, we lost our wide receiver, we lost our middle linebacker, and we lost our quarterback. 4-star positions we lost, but we're 4-time champions. Believe in the Frontiers. Believe in the Frontiers. This Saturday, me and Bear Friend rooting for the Fujitsu Frontiers. You don't have a favorite Japanese football team? You do now, motherfuckers. Frontiers. Booms, what were you talking about?
I was trying to say that they're going to, the XFL, what they're going to do differently than the NFL is they're going to tweak how they do extra points. Because right now in the game of American football, whether it be college or pro, you score a touchdown, you get to set up for an extra point, which is, the field goal. You set up about roughly the 20, 25-yard line. The field goal kicker kicks it. If he goes between the uprights, you get an extra point. Well, also in American football, you can also opt to go for 2, where they put you down pretty close, right around the 5-yard line. And if you score the touch, and if you are able to convert the ball, put it back into the end zone, you get 2 points. Well, XFL is going to do something where you can either opt, I believe, to go for 1, 2, or even 3 points. But the thing is, the more points and the further back they start you. Like if you want to go for 3 points, like say you score a touchdown and you want to go for 3 points, they start you back at the 10-yard line. So something or pretty close to there. So that's something that's going to be different.
Yeah.
They're going to schedule a draft for October. They're going to have a mini camp in December and then training camp in January.
Nice. And hopefully Randy Orton plays for the Vipers.
And I'm hoping, and this is a shout out, I hope Brandon Silvers, former Troy quarterback, he's been contacted, so hope he finds a spot.
Tim Tebow. Tim motherfucking Tebow. I believe in Tim Tebow. Do you believe in Tim Tebow? Tim Tebow sucks so bad. He was the man in college. Oh God. I'm gonna read some live comments that I'm gonna fucking tell you how Fujitsu Frontiers are awesome, and God damn it, not Tampa Bay fucking Vipers, not the Mutiny. Booms. While I'm reading live comments, you need to come up with your favorite XFL team, because we're gonna put a little fucking wager on. Okay? It can't be the shitty ass Vipers. It's gotta be someone else. Oh, the Seattle Dragons. Look how sexy that logo is. Now I want to see. Oh wait, hold on. Where are we? Fucking stupid. All right. I'm Alex. This is Dave. Dave has scissors for hands. Golden Star Alex, give yourself a Barry Horowitz. Randy Orton officially sponsoring the Tampa Bay Vipers. No, he's got to play. Speaking of expansion teams, Dave, when do you play as a Fujitsu Frontiers in Madden 20? You cut me deep. Fuck you, Madden 20. All right. You know what? Madden 20, I figured it out. Slept on it. Genius. You want to hear my revenge plan for Madden 20? Oh, you programmed it where fucking... Who's Drew Bledsoe? Who's the new Drew Bledsoe? Tom Brady. Tom Brady, you Drew Bledsoe motherfucker. Oh, you can't retire? Pfft, I am taking over the goddamn Patriots. I'm getting rid of the top 4 guys, fucking put them on a trading block, and I'm moving New England to Old England. We're becoming the London Monarchs. Fuck you. No expansion? Oh, EA Sports Daddy? You can't control me. Oh, fucking Tom Brady won't retire? Yeah, his ass is going to the fucking Bengals. Fuck you. I am fucking ruining your goddamn league. You don't let me put an expansion team, the Frontiers? Well, I'm gonna fucking hurt you where it hurts you most. Not in the wallet, because I already paid $80 for your stupid ass fucking game, but in your Patriots loving fucking heart. Alright. Go Hurricanes because of The Rock. Golden Star, I thought we were friends. Why do you have to cut me? College football every day, all day long. USC and UCLA. Oh, Bear Friend's gonna love you and hate you. Bear Friend's pro UCLA and hates USC. I'd love to see Randy Orton be the mascot. I'd also love to see like the little Viper things that fucking what's his name said, the funny guy, Yano of the WWE.
Santino Marella.
All right, I'm gonna call him the Yano's WWE's Yano. I'd love to see fucking that like be all through the stadium. Why the fuck wasn't it the goddamn mutiny? I just wanted one thing in life.
I think they've made it clear that they're not the WWE. That's one thing that Vince McMahon definitely learned from the first time around with the XFL.
It's not gonna be different when Randy Orton fucking takes the field in my goddamn Tampa Bay. Booms, are you still thinking about your fucking favorite team here? College football every day, all day long. All right, I'd love to see Randy Orton be the mascot. Patriot Monarchs. Oh fuck no. Fuck you. EA went too far. I can't make my Frontiers. We're going in a goddamn time machine. That's right. The Patriots and America lost. Monarchs won. Now we're not even America anymore, EA. Go ahead. Fucking take my goddamn Frontiers away from the game. I'm taking away your whole fucking country. America doesn't exist. All right? Fucking Drew Bledsoe Jr. fucking gone. All your top players fucking gone. New England Patriots, America, gone. It's your fault, EA. It's your fault. So when you wake up in the morning and be like, America's fucking gone, we're part of England, it's all because of EA. Hashtag if it's in the game. Why wasn't UCLA in Madden 20? Dude, Bear Friend knows nothing about video games. And that's her number one complaint. She knows nothing about EA Sports. She's like, what the fuck? Because UCLA was actually in the commercial. And the fucking that wasn't there, yeah. What does the X in XFL even stand for? Extreme, motherfuckers! Extreme. Dave knows how to make me happy in football. Fuck the Patriots. Yep. EA Sports, you don't like me? You don't let me make the Frontiers? Okay. All right. You know what? You took everything I love. Now I'm going to take everything you love. America, gone. Drew Bledsoe Jr., gone. Top 5, 10 players on the Patriots, gone. We're taking the goddamn Patriots, moving them to London. Bam, World Football League, NFL Europe. Pfft, we don't have the Barcelona Dragons, but hey, the London Monarchs. And I have a London Monarchs hat somewhere. Probably Pablo's house. Dear Pablo, can you send me my London Monarch? I'm going to buy all London Monarch shit. Fuck you. Hashtag Fujitsu Frontiers in Madden 21. Dave knows. Extreme starts with an E. Not if you're extreme. It starts with an X.
Never around in the 90s.
I'm dying.
Potty trained.
Oh, man. Hashtag fucking, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah. By the way, I guess I'm going to throw in with the DC Defenders, considering close to them, and that's an actual game I might actually be able to catch.
It's because I can't make fun of you, because I was going to make fun of you how you're un-American, but America doesn't exist anymore. So... EA Sports killed it.
Yeah, you got rid of it because they wouldn't include the Frontiers.
Exactly. So when like, boom, I kid you not, it is your job to every time someone goes, America's dead, or, like uses that rhetoric, You have to be like, goddamn EA Sports, and not explain yourself. So if you hear, because you work in news, I'm sure you hear that rhetoric all the time. Like, you just hear that, you know what I mean? I imagine in passing, you work in the news, it's super, super political. From the left and right, they always say America's dead. Can we make it whenever we hear someone say, I don't care how serious the conversation is, when someone's like, God damn it, America's dead, I want you all to be like, fucking EA Sports. That's it. Can we make that a thing? Can we make that a thing between 3 or 5 people?
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine that. You got like, like covering like a rally. There's like the proud, there's Antifa with the left. They're like, yeah, America's dead. Like, yeah, fucking EA Sports. And both sides are like, what the fuck? What the fuck is he? What the fuck is EA
Meanwhile, it brings our stupidity brings the country together. Because, like, what do you mean EA Sports ruined America? And be like, and then you tell them the situation.
They didn't include the Tokyo Frontiers, fucking assholes.
First off, it's the Kawasaki Frontiers, but I agree. Exactly. And then I laugh at that. You got the left and the right attacking EA. I mean, I don't think EA has ever been attacked before. This might be a new thing for them. It's not most attacked. I love you, EA, but man, you got to bring some
respect for Kawasaki.
Exactly. Well, that's it.
4-time champions, motherfuckers.
You thought you were coming here for a little XFL and a lot of pro wrestling, and now America's dead. Fucking EA Sports. Oh man. All right. Golden Star was born in the 90s. EA hates Japan since they won't let Dave use real money in NHL games. That's fucking hashtag fucking science. Booms. Hashtag noob. These are fucking things that I say way too often, and it started out as being sarcastic. And now it's like legit part of my conversation. I have a problem. I have a problem. Yeah. I need a hug. All right, Booms. Booms, plug a bunch of stuff, and then we're going to call it a day. And tomorrow I might do a 12-hour stream. Booms, can I just show you something?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
I got it at Wrestle Kingdom. And then I got a bunch of Wrestle Kingdom shirts. I mean, not Wrestle Kingdom, the New Japan shop.
Oh, no.
Roppongi 3K.
Oh, yeah, Roppongi 3K.
Roppongi 3K, Tekken. And
Golden Star.
Bushi Tekken. Pretty fucking sweet. And I got a shit ton of Super Nintendo, tons of Giants. Me and Bear Friend had a 24-hour fucking vacation to New Japan shop, Tokyo Dome, Akihabara, and Manga Hotel. It was pretty fucking awesome.
Like were you like that scene in like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where Charlie and Grandpa Jones walk the main room and then Gene Wilder starts singing "World of Pure Imagination"? Was that what it was like?
Exactly. It was pretty good. I mean, because like we worked on streaming and we're working on retirement, and we're just working at home, and like we're just like, let's just do what we love for 24 hours. And then back to the grind of working hard. So that's what we did. But Saturday, we're going to Fujitsu Frontiers. Listen, football season's coming. I'm not going to tell you what college football team to root for, Florida Gators. I'm not going to tell you what pro team to root for, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm not even going to tell you what XFL team to root for, Tampa Bay Vipers. But I am not going to tell you any other fucking teams because I know how the fucking chat works. Oh, I'm going to root for the other team. You don't know the other teams. And don't look it up on the internet. The Fujitsu Frontiers are everyone's team in the Internet Infantry. Can we agree on that? Booms, what's your favorite Japanese American football team?
The Fujitsu Frontiers.
You know what? That's why we're friends. You know? That's why we're best friends. Hashtag me and Boom's best friends. Don't tell any of my other friends. It's a long hashtag. EA hates Japan. Yeah. All right. Booms. Tampa, DC. We're rivals. Oh, but the thing is, can you beat DC? Because I'm pretty sure that's going to be Wrestling Ranton's favorite team. Oh, you're trying to get Wrestling Ranton. He's so popular now, and you're going to get on his good side.
I mean, he could pull for New York. Because he's in Baltimore, so he could pull for DC, or he could pull for New York.
Or just not watch the XFL like 90% of the country. All right, so there you go. A Golden Star. We're leaving you, Booms. You plug stuff. Golden Star. What's your favorite XFL team? You got to fucking come down. Right now is your fandom forever. Tampa Bay Vipers. Not happy with the logo, but I'm there. DC. He's there. Who you got? All right, Booms. Plug a bunch of shit because I got to piss and we're gonna find out who his team is.
Okay. First of all, if you're not subscribed to us and you're watching this via replay, just Twitch TV, just look up Coco Sports. Please follow us. If you're just kind of cruising on in, please hit that follow button. And I don't know what bits you're supposed to do, but all I know is I'm supposed to beg for them. So I
You
guess
need to beg for all the bits. That's how it works.
Yes.
You beg
If
for
you can't
bits, and I get to work from home.
Okay. If you can't catch us here on Twitch, make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, KocoSports.com. Also, buy a copy of Dave's book if you haven't done so already, Operation Freak Show, available on Amazon.com right now. Let's see here. And again, we're going to hold true to the ratings for NXT and AEW surpass Monday Night Raw. We're drinking on air. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a violation of some kind of policy on Twitch, but
no, we got 18 and up. Don't worry. As long, I mean, if we could throw cats and show porn on former employees' sites, we're fine. Don't worry.
Oh, okay.
It's not like Twitch will get rid of us. All right. So yeah. All right, Booms. Did you plug everything? Because number one thing is Twitch. Twitch is the most important thing. We need followers.
Right.
All right. Booms. We need everyone to have an XFL team. I'm going live comments. Then we're going to wrap this bad boy up because I got to take a piss, all right? All right. Okay. Tree Frog West. What's up, Tree Frog West? I'm playing for the goddamn Raptors. Where you at? Where you at on NBA live streams, Tree Frog West? I love you, man. Thank you for being here. To be honest, I wish the XFL had a Canadian team. Yeah, me too. And yeah. I agree.
Well, I'd like to think if this is successful, they may expand.
Yeah, I hope so. I won't be watching the XFL. I'm from New York. Let's go Gladiators or Guardians. All right, so he's a New York guy. I'm a Tampa guy. You're a DC guy. Tree Frog, right now, you have to claim who your favorite XFL team is. To be honest, I wish the XFL had a Canadian team. All right, well, they don't. We have to man up. We have to man up and pick our favorite teams right now. But you're the only one that's allowed to jump ship. Because, when they have a Canadian team next year, then you can jump ship. Booms, are we wrapping this bad way up? Because I'm doing the pee-pee dance here.
Wrap it up right now. Just wrap it up. I've already said everything I need to say. You got to do.
All right. YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Twitch, follow us. We're on the road to 120 followers. I'm going to try to do a 12-hour stream tomorrow. I don't watch XFL. LA Bobcats.
It's not on yet.
I know, it's coming out. You got to have a favorite team. RevTech's picking LA. All right. Dude, XFL 2K. Make it fucking happen. Booms. All right, Booms. I know you're a bitch and you're like, I don't like video games because I'm old. I understand. Booms, if XFL 2K comes out, RevTech, fucking everyone that's part of the internet infantry and part of the show right fucking now. If XFL 2K comes out, everyone that's part of this fucking family is getting a PlayStation 4. And everyone that's part of this family is playing an online league. There. You got it. I don't watch XFL. I'll go LA. All right, Tree Frog's going LA. Follow us on Twitch. Like, comment, subscribe, and do all the rest. RevTech, thank you for everything. He set this all up, everything. So much love. We nerd out and do a lot of shit, and a lot more shit is coming. So do all the stuff down in the doobly-doo. RevTech set it up. All right, Booms. Let's watch the worst transition ever. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Hey, this is the worst transition ever. We're in a tunnel.
Transition ever.
Word. All right, love you guys. With that, boo, Xbox for me. RevTech, you're lucky I'm ending this show. Love you, brother. With that, I am over.